It's been a long, hard road, struggle, cried a lot of tears. Some of them I didn't even know why I was crying. All I knew was that I wanted to feel better and get out of that life. I heard somebody say one time, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And started out real young, just like a lot of people say, like everybody else, smoking pot and drinking beer. And before I knew it, I was finished with high school, and I decided I couldn't just stick around the res, so I went to Job Corps. And when I got to Job Corps, somebody introduced me to a little bag of crank. That's what they used to call it, crank. And I said, hey, I like this. I like this a lot. I started doing things like I'm not even going to talk about them because they're so, well, I guess I should. Because somebody told me once that you're only as sick as your secrets. And after I started doing it, and I couldn't get the Job Corps pays you a little bit, but I wanted more and more and more. And I went out there. I was on the streets. I know it's going to hurt my mom. I know it's going to hurt my family. And it hurts me. It hurts my daughter. But I went out there, and I was turning tricks to get meth. And I'm not proud of it. I'm ashamed of it. And I didn't want anybody to ever know about that part of my life. But I want to share it with you. Because I don't want anybody to have to do the things that I did. I just didn't. I didn't realize at that time how it was going to affect me, or how it got a hold of me so quick, and how much I wanted it so bad all the time. And I did it. It was me. It wasn't anybody saying, go out there. You can get some money this way. I thought of it. It was my idea to go out there and start jumping in cars with guys, skanky guys. And $15 here, $20 there. I even ran into a guy that gave me bags of crank for it. And sorry. And I guess the only person I really have to be sorry to is myself, my little girl. I remember days when I started working. After I started working, I remember days and days mixing into days, and just being up, not eating. Sometimes the only thing I would have was beer. That was my nourishment, was beer. And not sleeping, not eating. And I remember my friends would come over going, ooh, dang, you look like a zombie. You're all pale. You should eat. You should sleep. And I'd be like, oh, no, I got to go to work. And I got to go do this over here. And I got to go over here. And, well, it's constantly going. And meth was my excuse to keep 2 jobs, because I had to have a job to pay the rent, and I had to have a job to do meth. Because I thought, well, if I can do that, I'm okay, because I don't have to turn tricks. So that's what I thought. That's what I was doing. I thought I was somebody. I thought I was something because I had these few little followers here and there. I never thought that I would see meth on the res the way it is now. It just blows my mind. I'm like, dang, I used to be like that. And I always say that, I hate tweakers. But I'm a tweaker myself. And I hated the way I was. All the times being with my cousins, and their kids would be in the room asleep, and we'd be awake all night with their parents, doing lines, smoking G. Broke a lot of hearts. A lot of those kids today, a lot of my nieces, a lot of my nephews. Things happened to them in front of us that we didn't even realize was happening. One of my little cousins got molested by her stepfather. And while we were there, tweaking, all of us, even her father, And I was like, no way, not him, not him. Yes, him. I finally decided my body needed rest. I needed rest. My mind needed rest. And I said, I'm going to quit for at least a month. So I quit, but I started again. And after I started again, I was like, I can't live like this. I can't live with my mind being numb all the time. And I want to do something with my life besides this. And so I finally said, I'm going to see how long I can go without it. But when I found out that I was pregnant, that's when I stopped. I finally quit. And I said, now I have something to stop for. Now I have something to live for. And I realized now I was just looking for somebody to belong to. And I wanted it to be out there in the world. I wanted it to be my friends. I wanted it to, but in actuality, where I really wanted to be was at home with my family. That's where I belong. And that whole time while I was doing this, that whole time while I was tweaking, slamming pots and pans because I was coming down, yelling and punching holes in walls because I was so wrapped up in the G that, I said, I can't have that life for my daughter. And I want her to have a better life. And so I quit. When I found out I was pregnant, I quit everything. I stopped. And from that day on, I've never touched anything.